for being here. Congratulations on being appointed. Sit back and wonder how President Trump is getting such highly qualified nominees as you. And it's always an inspiration to see all of you willing to serve your country. I'll start with you, Mr. Hobbs, for the obvious reason, which is that you're from Ohio. Congratulations on your appointment. I think you're an inspiration to a lot of people who maybe sit around this room and see what's possible in their careers. And I give the chairman a huge props for developing quite an assortment of very qualified people. How do you balance the idea that we're spending a record amount of money to tackle homelessness, and yet homelessness continues to increase in this country?
Thank you, Senator, and it's an honor to sit before my home state senator today. Homelessness is an absolute crisis, and the HUD's budget has more than doubled in the past 4 years, and yet homelessness continues to rise and rise and rise. And that's because the solution to homelessness isn't just a house. It's also addressing mental health. It's addressing substance abuse and crime and vagrants on our city streets. And President Trump is leading on that with his recent executive order.
That's great. And we had Secretary Turner out to Columbus, Ohio, a place called Vista Village that does exactly that. So it's great to see you guys leaning in and looking for innovative solutions. Mr. Kurtz, I know that you claim to be from Georgia, but your heart is in Ohio. Is that correct?
I am quite the Browns fan, yes, Senator.
There you go. Perfect. I just want to make sure. And that's not easy, by the way. Let me just point out, that's not easy to do.
That's leading questions.
So thank you for being here as well. And talk a little bit about what you think, what you're going to be doing when it comes to tackling the housing sector that you're going to be overlooking.
Yes, Senator. So thank you for the question. And again, thank you for the time that we were able to share earlier this week with you and your staff as well. Ultimately, the issue of housing availability and affordability is going to be tackled and accomplished at the local level. What the federal government can do is we can lead on this issue and we can provide resources to execute to that end. What we're seeing currently is the programs that we have established here at the Department of Housing and Urban Development, and specifically within my office, have a very onerous and duplicative set of requirements to draw down that money. So essentially, in order for any community in our states and localities to take money from HUD, they have to have people on staff full-time who have the expertise in how to write one of these grants. That boxes out countless communities throughout our country that are ready and willing to develop, but barely have enough people in their offices to just turn the lights on. So what I look forward to doing, if confirmed, is joining Secretary Turner's team and looking to take inventory of those programs and looking at ways to make them more effective and efficient to that end.
Well, thank you. And Mr. Pickleton and Mr. Burke, one of the things that's really been a great tool for President Trump to combat these narco-terrorists is designating these groups as foreign terrorist organizations. Are you willing to work with our office to see how we can expand that, especially in Colombia, where these terror groups are really wreaking havoc? Mr. Pickleton, we'll start with you.
Senator, thank you for the question. I certainly look forward to working with you and providing any support that I can from the CFIUS perspective.
Thank you.
Thank you, Senator. Yes, if confirmed, I look forward to continuing that discussion with you and your staff.
Perfect. Dr. Miran, just some really quick questions for you. I know you've taken a lot of questions already. Have you ever lied on a mortgage application with the objective of getting a lower interest rate?
Thank you, Senator. I have never done that.
Well, you're already ahead of the game then. That's good news. Do you think that it's appropriate for the Federal Reserve to weigh in on DEI?
Thank you, Senator. I don't believe that is a responsibility.
About the climate cult? Do you think that's something that the Federal Reserve should be weighing in on?
It is not something the Federal Reserve should be weighing in on.
Do you think that they should have been weighing in on the wiseness of pandemic spending that set records for government spending? Do you think it was wise for the Fed to encourage that?
I don't believe it was wise for the Fed to advocate for one fiscal program over another.
Do you think it was wise to claim that inflation was transitory when it was destroying working Americans for 3 or 4 years?
I don't believe that was wise either.
And do you think it's wise for the Federal Reserve Chairman to advocate for the forgiveness of student debt?
I would not make such a recommendation myself.
So it seems like what we're talking about here, Mr. Chairman, is restoring the independence of the Fed. And to the ranking member, she's not here, but I want to congratulate her for her wisdom in voting against Jay Powell, who is an inspiration to every ineffective, inept leader in America. And hopefully, we can get that Federal Reserve stronger again with independent-minded people who actually take politics out of it.